Segni, South Africa, beats Italy.
Fight.
And Bobby Karagianidis gets us started. Round number one.
Hands up high.
Well, you saw the weigh-in.
Fighter. Yeah, that was a very, very heated exchange. Good kick to the body by Shana Power. Gets in,
Look
gets
at that
out.
face. Ronda Rousey-ish. She's definitely got the face going on right now. Micol Segni.
Yeah, she loves to come forward and just let the hands go. Shana Power, more technical in her approach. She'll throw one or two shots, get in, get out.
Well, we all know the big strike to watch out with when you talk with Shana Power. That's the spinning back fist. We've seen it many times. Of course, we know what it did to Kirsty Davis.
Now she's got Micol pressed up against the fence right in front of her own corner. Will she drop down and look for the takedown? Yeah, she's got double underhooks. Correction, she had one underhook and one overhook.
Shana Power getting a chant here in Sun City. They're chanting Shana. She got the most
elbow in the exchange as they broke.
The biggest response of anybody on this card during weigh-ins and during this event has been for Shana Power.
How's that takedown defense from Micol Segni?
Extremely durable is Micol Segni. She makes fights ugly.
Both landing a good elbow over the top. And here Norman Vessels used the head control, and she's doing everything right here in the clinch. She's got her pressed up against the fence, and now Micol has her pressed up against the fence, and we change positions again. Very, very even fight so far.
One thing about the ladies when they fight, and I've noticed this time and time again, it never fails, they don't give up. They never give up. They have a different gear that the guys don't have, and I'll say it all day long.
Big shots by both. I think a lot of that has to do that women's MMA was living in the shadows for so many years, and now that they've got the opportunity in the big stage, they all know it's up to them to continue growing the sport, and they all leave it outside in the hexagon every single time. Good shot landed by Power.
Segni and Shana Power here putting on a show. We're just halfway through round number one. Not being shy is the Segni stepping right in, looking for a right hand, just missing. And now the clinch work, the knees. That's a head kick.
Good head kick by Power.
Doesn't deter the Italian fighter.
And here Norman Vessels be clinical. He wants her to follow up and do more.
Remember, both of these fighters are 1-0 in their professional career. Obviously don't.
Big overhand by
that
Power.
Was a big overhand right.
But Micol Segni, hands are up high. The fence is up.
You know, I think it's incredible what women's MMA means to the sport right now. All the way through the world, what women's MMA really means right now. And you can tell by the reaction by these fans how much they appreciate it.
Yeah, the skill is there, and they are always hungry, and they always deliver.
Beautiful jab. Now, see, this is the type of stuff you learn by being in the same gym as a Boyd Allen.
Yeah, absolutely. Fighting tall, staying behind your jab, keeping the distance.
She has the reach.
And that must be frustrating, Micol Segni. She's giving up a ton of reach against Shana. Shana landing a big shot.
And now she's starting to get into a groove, Dirk. This could be dangerous.
Yeah, Micol's going to have to close the distance here. I think Shana's getting very comfortable on the outside. Spinning back.
There it was.
The fence is up, though.
She scouted that one out, no doubt about it. And you know, another thing we've talked about is with these ladies, they typically have to practice, have sparring session with the men because there's just not enough out there to train with.
Absolutely.
It's very rare that you have 2 or 3 female fighters in a gym. It just doesn't happen.
Absolutely. So you'll have Shana Power. She's mixing it up every day with guys like DeMart Penn, Boyd Allen. Spinning back fist finds the mark, but the Segni's arm was up.
Great defense. Already thrown it out twice and has not connected yet. Will the third time be a charm? Beautiful striking, just hitting all the angles. Really hitting the angles.
She's picking her apart from the outside. Yeah, closes the gap, lands some good clean shots, and it's definitely frustrating to Segni. She just can't get within range. She's going to have to do something drastic to do that, I think.
Well, she has to get a clinch and she has to get in close, but Shana Power.
Big shot by Power.
Another big shot, Shana Power.
She's fighting the clever fight, absolutely, and she's frustrating and she's landing big and hard.
Her quickness of her punches is allowing her to fight the way she is with her hands down. Because she's sticking and moving, incredible work. by Shana Power, just picking her apart, very confident.
You can see she's a sparring partner of Boyana because she's got that same sort of fluidity in her movement, the way she puts her combinations together. And that's her fighting style. She loves to throw punches and punches, but she loves to do it from in the pocket. And Shana's fighting very, very clever fight.
And it very, very similar game plan, sticking to what works is Shana Power circling, using that left hand. And there goes Micol Segni.
Yeah, close the distance in the clinch immediately. Now she's landing a good knee.
This is what she does. This is playing into her game plan, and Shana is not deterred and not worried about it. She'll mix it up.
Nice elbow by Shana. I think Micol is struggling a little bit to Shana's strength as well.
Okay.
Referee, timeout called by Bobby Garaginides.
Allowing the timeout. What do we
possibly for an eye poke or something?
Unintentional poke to the eye, possibly.
Yeah,
she doesn't seem to look like she's having a problem. I mean, she's squinting a little bit.
Yeah, she's telling the referee she can see fine. It's like we're back at it again.
Right back to it. Segni and Power. This is an eliminator for that women's flyweight championship, the inaugural.
Good kick, and it landed as Micol tried to close the distance.
She caught that kick and now has her up against the fence, but it's going to be hard to keep a very, very strong Shana Power on the fence.
You can see in those exchanges, it definitely looks like she's struggling a little bit with the power. Micol Segni should probably try and close the distance, look for the takedown here. Shana Power looking incredible.
No, she's definitely got into a groove now, has her momentum, is Shana Power, and just has her rhythm down.
Yeah.
This is a big step up from Danella, from Micol.
Yeah, absolutely. Now looks for the takedown.
Setup.
Shana Power is looking for that guillotine though.
Incredible defense by Shana Power, setting up the knee. She seems to have all the answers for Segni right now.
But this is where the Segni wants to be. She doesn't want Shana moving on the outside.
She wants to make it, you know, I've said it before, kind of an ugly fight.
In the break, big exchange, swing and a miss.
I refrain from saying it too much, but it appears that she's just a little too powerful for the Segni. Great circling here. Oh, and did she land that one?
She's landing a couple here as Shana Power. The Segni cleverly closes the distance. Gets her straight up, pushed up against the fence.
Segni needs to get her down to the mat,
yeah,
to be
absolutely.
honest with you.
She has to do more with this position, pressed up against the fence.
And I'm very interested to see how that happens and how that goes
probably
down.
Like this. She's got her hands clasped together for a single leg. Shana now looking for the hip throw, and she's going to end up in the side control position.
Shana Power looking incredible. Really on top of her game right now.
Forearm in the face of Micol Segni. She is inside control. She traps.
Oh, that's a bad spot to be in. Not that powerful shot with the elbow, moving,
and she's going to get out of it. Well done to get out of it. Big straight jab landed by Shana Power. That took a lot out of both of them, though. That scramble.
Give credit to Segni for surviving.
Absolutely.
The resiliency is absolutely incredible with this woman.
You see a lot of fights in like that with the arm trapped and the other opposite side trapped as well from that sort of crucifix position. She did incredibly well to get out of it. Shana Power, big swing and a miss.
Sloppy punch there thrown by Shana Power. But Micol Segni not really able to make her pay for it.
Nice combination by Power, crisp right hand to finish it.
Plodding forward is Segni, and Shana Power still very nimble on her toes.
You can see how Micol Segni, her movement is, she's doing all the right things. She's trying to cut the movement off. She's trying to cut the fence off.
But neither one of them are really showing too much stamina loss, to be honest with you. They're right at the same pace that they were in the beginning.
Great elbow by Shana Power, comes over the top with a big punch. Micol Segni is going to have to change her game plan here. She's getting picked apart from the outside. And all this is doing is giving Shana more and more confidence as the fight wears on.
Well, listen, she tried to get in close and she tried to take her down, but Shana Power was just too much and ended up on top. What do you do to somebody that's fighting at the caliber of Shana Power right now?
Spinning back fist, working off of the jab.
How often do you see a spinning back fist being used that efficiently, being able to land it like she does? I mean, that's usually something you see once a fight. How do we finish it up? Round 3 begins.
She's down 2 rounds. She has to finish here if she wants to win. Great head kick by Shana Power while she's moving to her left.
Yes, definitely you see the desperation in the movement and the cadence of Micol Desegni. She does close the distance, but not able to control Power. Now she does have her against the fence. But can she do anything with a very, very strong Shana Power?
Yeah, she's definitely struggling with the strength, especially from these positions, pushed up against the fence. Can hear Norman Vessels get the rangefinders working.
You can hear Norman Vessels, are you sure? Pretty indistinguishable voice. Moving forward, Micol Desegni, she's done that the whole fight. Credit to her. She has never slowed down. She just cannot really get the upper hand on Shana Power.
Yeah, she's trying to cut off the angles here that Shana's working with. She landed a good shot over the top there, that Micol. But she's going to have to get more aggressive. She has to just close the distance, go for broke here. She's already losing the fight. She might as well, throw caution to the wind, kitchen sink and all those things. Just get in there.
To be honest with you, I don't see Micol finishing Shana Power, but anything can happen in this sport. We've seen it time and time again, and she just about caught her across the jaw. A great movement by Shana Power, getting out of the way of that flurry. Great mobility. Tough to deal with it. There we go. Micol Desegni up against the fence.
Yeah, she has to close this, and she has to try and fight. Yes, she has to.
Can she drag her to the ground and possibly do some work here? That might be her best chance.
Attempted hip throw by Shana.
These two girls leaving it all inside the hexagon.
And again, right in front of her own corner, and the corner applauding her.
We certainly know that Shana Power puts in the work, training incessantly at Fight Fit Militia, and it's definitely showing.
Micol Desegni just doesn't seem to have an answer at the moment for everything Shana Power is throwing at her.
And an interesting side note here, the teammate of Shana Power, who that is Gareth McClellan, is looking at fighting one of the teammates of Micol Desegni. Interestingly enough, so this may set the tone for that fight coming up in the UFC.
Another spinning back fist and another straight hard right landed by Shana.
Micol Desegni continues to come forward, but Shana Power just way too elusive. Really hard.
It must be so frustrating as well, because for most of her career, Micol Desegni was the one putting the pressure, coming forward, landing the shots, and she's never had to deal with what she's dealing with here tonight. Someone that's as elusive, in and out, so dangerous and causing so much damage and taking so little of it at the same time.
Well, listen, the one thing we always say about Fight Fit Militia is when they get a game plan, and they stick to it for the most part. And the game plan right now is to stick and move. They know that they have this fight won.
Again, Power lands.
That was, I believe, 7 spinning back fists. I don't know what the record is in mixed martial arts, but I think she's getting close if she hasn't already taken that record. Right hand does land on the jaw of Shana Power, does not sway her.
Now Micol Desegni has to unload here. She has to try and do something with 45 seconds remaining in the third and final round of this fight.
These two very, very capable women giving the fans a show.
Yeah, it's been incredible.
Here in Sun City.
Shana backing up straight to her corner again, where she feels comfortable. 30 seconds remaining. Can Micol pull something special out of the bag here?
We knew that the Segni could go the decision. That's how she won her last fight. But we weren't sure about Shana Power, and now we're finding out that she definitely has the
answered
tools.
all the questions. Spinning back was not finding its mark that time. 10 seconds remaining.
We're going to see one last attempt by Micol Segni. Powers gets moving. She gets moving. Right hand, and there we go. Wow, what a great way to finish, though, for Micol Segni. And I'll be honest with you, she may have taken round number 3 just with the aggressive nature.
The judges score this contest 30-27, 28-29, and 30-27, declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Shana Titanium Power.